Morning, folks. My name's Lester. Some call me Longhorn Lester, but this is the JL Ranch, and it's the home to Mr. Chuck. Now, you guys all know Chuck from Justin over at the Steinmetz farm, and Chuck had came to us, I would say, a couple of months back, and he was a bull in need of a family of his own. Because every bull needs a family, y'all. Every bull needs a family. And Chuck was able to come over here and hang out with us. You guys settle down. And these two brothers here, they're like brothers, y'all. They're brothers from a different mother, and they're best friends. This is Waylon. And he and Chuck go at it all day long in a playful way, of course. So Chuck is hanging out here with a group of young ladies, none of which he'll ever breed with. We did in fact have Chuck neutered or castrated a while back over at Texas A&M. So now Chuck is what they call a steer. He's no longer a bull, he's a steer. And that's the term that you use for a bull who's been castrated. All of the ladies who are up here up front with Chuck have bull calves of their own that they're going to start weaning pretty soon. Oh boy, Chucky Poo, please, Chucky Poo, let Daddy talk for a minute, okay? So, in case you're wondering why Chuck and these guys have been separated from the larger herd, we do have 50 acres here, and the rest of the herd are out back. Those are all moms with calves who have also already been bred, who will be having another round of calves at the end of the summer. But Chuck is very happy here hanging out, watching cars drive by the highway, hanging out with his best friend, Waylon. He's also made friends with some of the younger bulls, which is cute. That's our Prince Willie Joe over here. And you can often find Chuck with this one mom over here. This is Marilyn. And for some reason, Chuck is kind of drawn to her. Waylon, don't do that. Waylon, you're going to knock down another flagpole. Guys, in case you're wondering why my flagpoles are so small, it's because these bulls get over here and push them over and break the cheap aluminum pipe. And every time they break a section, I have to come by and cut it off and stick it back in the hole. And what used to be a 20-foot flagpole is now at about 12 foot. And I do believe that by today, I'll be having 6 foot. I'm gonna have a couple of 6-foot flagpoles. All right. So I love these guys, and Chuck has been a huge part of our family. We are blessed to have them. We reach out to Justin and Jeff all the time and let them know how thankful and how blessed we are that they chose us to take care of him. All right. We love you, Chucky Poos. Y'all be sweet. And Waylon, take it easy on my flagpole, buddy. Please, take it easy on my flagpole. This is what we're having to deal with. This is supposed to be a home. Yo, this is a home where people actually live.
No, this is where cats live. We don't live here anymore. We've been moving.
Hey, Mom's trying to wash clothes, and y'all are running. Barnadette, why don't you corral these little ones? Can you corral them? Baby. We got to watch where we step, y'all, yes, because they will come right under your feet, and then they want to get up onto your feet. And they are really hard. They're like little rats. They're like little rats. They're like little rats climbing around all over the place. And Barnadette jumps up here to escape from it. Barney goes, look at my life. This is what my life has become. I want the life of freedom. She goes, I just want to go out back to that barn where I used to live. Could I go back to that barn where I used to live where I could just be free? No, you're not free. Welcome to motherhood. How many of you moms out there, Jamie, you included, was at one point in your life a Barnadette? You at one point were a Barnadette.
Everybody locks themselves in the closet to eat a snack, okay? That's what you do.
No, I don't mean that. I mean, but you were a wild feline, man. You were a wild feline. You could go, you cat scratch fever all over the town. Girls, you could just go and do your thing. Meow, meow. Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating. And then one day you find yourself with child, or maybe children, And next thing you know, you can no longer go to the restroom alone. You can no longer do anything by yourself because now your entire life has changed.
Yep.
That is the life of Barnadette. And she just, sometimes she loves her babies. Don't get me wrong, she loves her babies. But sometimes she longs for the days of old when she could just run out across the pastures and meet up with Barnaby out by the oak tree.
Oh yeah, those days are gone.
Tie a yellow ribbon around the old oak tree. It's been 3 long years. Do you still think of me? Barnaby's still over there, baby. Tie a yellow ribbon around. Yeah, you know that song?
Yeah.
Okay, Barnadette, this is the bed you made for yourself, sweetie. Now lay in it.
Aww.
It's the bed you made for yourself, you and Barnaby. Now lay in it. But we will be getting her. Oh no, here they come, Jamie. They're on your tail. And you don't have long to get wherever you're going because here they come. We don't have a home anymore. We live in a petting zoo.
We just clean here.
Yeah, we just clean here, y'all. We just clean this place. Us on occasion.
Yeah, not today.
All right.
Come on, little one.
I will be sitting here having, look, here you go. This is our home. There you go. Who sits there and has a food scoop on your kitchen counter? Oh my gosh. Oh, coffee clinks, friends. Today I am walking down the lane here along our pond. We're at the Longhorn Lester property. And what I have in my hand are some muffins. These are some delicious muffins. Oh, I still have Kippy here too. Uh-oh. What I'm going to do is take these muffins over here to our sweet Ivy. You guys know that Ivy has not been getting around too good lately. She's having some issues. She has a bone infection. Guys, this is nothing new. You guys already know a whole lot about this. I'm coming, sweetie. Dinky, you can just hush it up already. I'm bringing snacks to Ivy, not to you. Poor Ivy's not getting around real good. So what I've been trying to do is walk over and visit her. Dinky, hush it up! Our poor neighbors, y'all, our poor neighbors. Hey, sweetie. So Ivy's not getting around too good. She's on an antibiotic. She's also on a painkiller, a pain medication. And she's just barely making it up and down these hills. So I try to do a lot for her best I can, including bringing her some delicious and wonderful muffin snacks. Now, I know what y'all are going to say. Lester, that's way too many snacks for that girl. I don't think so. The way I see it, friends, is she has put in a long life. And at this point in life, she deserves all the snacks she can get. And I have no regrets whatsoever. If you were younger and maybe looking at having a full life ahead of you, you'd probably have to be more careful with your sugar intake and the calories and all the things. But when you have lived a life like this girl has, and you're darn near 35 years old, I do believe you're entitled to have yourself a muffin or two, or in this case, 5. And I think that you guys would agree with me. We love her. I'm a little concerned that she's not shedding any of this hair yet. And the reason I say that is because your donkeys, even the type of donkeys like her that have a lot of hair, the mammoth type donkeys, they should start shedding their hair come spring. And because she's not, a lot of times that can indicate poor health. Now, we already know she has the bone infection, which obviously is not making her get around too good, but you also would kind of be concerned about maybe having a worming issue. And so we have to be very careful. What we'll have to probably do is take a sample in, take a stool sample in and have it analyzed. Guys, there's a new way of thinking. You need help, sweetie? I'm sorry. There's a new way of thinking when it comes to animals and parasites. And traditional farming methods. I'm going to set this right here and keep walking around, okay? Can I just set it right there for you and keep walking around? Farming methods in the old days pretty much meant every season change. So 4 times a year, you go by and you do all of your deworming. But now times have changed. Animals are becoming resistant to parasites. Because we've been kind of going overboard, and I don't mean we, I mean folks who raise animals in general have been going overboard with their deworming. It's making all of the parasites become resistant to the different types of dewormers. And now your veterinarians are having a harder and harder time finding the right types of treatments when you have an animal come down with a parasite. So what you have to do, what they're advising you to do, is stop doing that every quarterly dewormer and instead deworm on a needs-to basis. Allow your animals to develop their own resistance again. Now listen, I'm not a scientist, and do not take what I'm saying to the bank and start making it be truth. But from the people who we've spoken to, those who we feel like are in the know, our vets, they're actually recommending that we do less deworming and only deworm as needed. So an example of that is with our alpaca. When Miss Tina came by to do our alpaca shearing this past weekend, we were going to have her go ahead and deworm. And then we had already bought the dewormers, but she highly recommended that we get our stool samples analyzed first. And then we can, if they have a parasite, then what we can do is they'll take the prescribed dewormer, not just your generic dewormer for all, like we used to do. And in saying so, we may do the same thing with Sweet Ivy. Take a stool sample in and have her looked at from her inners and see what she needs to get rid of whatever parasite. Reason I say she probably has them is because they should be a lot slicker than this. And sometimes they will end up holding on to their fur, their fiber, if they do in fact have some kind of a parasite. So don't know that to be a fact, but if she does, we'll try to take care of it the best we can. Alrighty? But this girl here, boy, she's been through it. Before I leave you, I want to show you one last thing. No, not Ringo up on the hill, even though we love him, we're so proud of him. Not Carl and his girls walking across the pasture, even though that is a beautiful sight to behold. And no, not the goats or the donkeys, but something that happened this past weekend when we got those 7 inches of rain. Look what happened over here. As that water come pouring out of our pond, it ended up hitting these rocks, this granite, which was set here in an attempt to slow down the flow of water. And instead, the granite redirected and pushed that water to the side over here, where it began to wash out all of this. Caved a whole lot of what was solid ground. Just caved it in and really washed this entire thing out into quite the gully. Now, we have all of this rock sitting along that edge that is really good for nothing. It does us no good. We need all that rock along this edge over here to help prevent further washout. So I'm going to have to talk to Mr. Jeremy. He's the guy who comes out and does these kind of things. And hopefully he can bring a tractor and simply transfer some of that larger rock over to here where we can keep that water contained into our gully. Baby, don't follow me around. It's going to make you sore walking around so much. I do love you, though. You're such a pretty girl, and I love you. Yes, I do. Yeah, the downfall to getting 7 inches of rain in that one night was pretty devastating, and it washed out a whole lot of our drainage system. But the upside is that our pond is nice and full, and we love that. So you have to take the good and the bad, and you guys all know that we have always said that this property with all of the hills makes it beautiful. Boy, it makes it pretty. But the downfall is it's just really hard to ever manage and control all of your erosion. And that's what we're dealing with today, and we're gonna have to address before this continues and gets even worse. Anywho, we want to thank you guys for watching today's video. Once again, welcome to the new friends from the Steinmetz family farm. We're blessed to be a part of your family and have our families join, all through a wonderful fella named Chuck. We love him. He's a big part of us. Thank y'all for visiting the Longhorn Lester property as well. Seeing some of our rescues, from our rescue kitty cats to our rescue donkey to our rescue big birds and everyone else in between. We're blessed to have you, and we look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Thank you, friends.
Don't let your troubles fester. Come watch Longhorn Lester.
Yeah, something like that.